So much skill and passion goes into making Shinty the sport that it is. The Caman Cup, obviously the centrepiece of the Shinty world. So much love and passion goes into this sport, but so much love and passion also goes into the making of these Camans. So much skill as well, and it is real, for some people, a real labour of love.
Love for the sport really is it's an inherent thing. I couldn't say anything else other than it was everything to me, actually.
It began really as training for young men going into battle, so I think it was pretty fierce, yeah, and your club was more like a weapon.
First memory is probably along here with your dad, and a stick breaks and he grabs it and cuts it down and you get a grip on it. You start playing from there, really.
I used to go down to the Shinty pitch on a Saturday, and I used to see all the broken sticks lying in the committee room. I've built up the courage to ask if I could take some home to fix them.
The earliest Caman is probably one in the raw, just a piece of birch wood with a natural curve. The cam, which is the bent piece of wood where Caman, the name Caman comes from, and that would have been pared down to make a club for the player.
The process we used to make a Caman, it would take 3 days from start to finish. I got into this, I guess, through my love of the sport. Being a player and being a joiner, I was just keen to make a Shinty stick, and one thing led to another. We're supplying currently 80% of sticks to the Shinty world, and per annum I would say we're making between 1,000 to 1,400 sticks.
The Caman that I played with is pretty much what I've got in my hand here, and it's made of ash. Now we have laminates which actually produce the Shinty club. Normally, if we played defensively, or when we were playing defensively, you would have some loft on the stick so that when you connected with the ball, it lifted the ball and extended it right into the forward line. Midfield would play with a sort of similar stick, but maybe not just quite as much of a shape on the stick itself. And then playing forward, of course, it's a flatter stick.
Well, Newton Moore, we're quite lucky, I think, because we actually get them supplied by the club, so you just get the pick. Once yours is broken, you go in and you're allowed the key to the door and you pick your own and cut it to size.
There is a school of thought that there may be the laminated stick isn't as supple and as strong as the solid Caman.
I've had mine all year now, and you know, I don't want it to break, especially in the lead up to finals and stuff, so I'd say you do get attached to it, although it sounds silly.
I wish more people actually realise the craft and the work that goes into making a Caman. I think a lot of people think that you're just cutting a stick out of a bit of wood. I mean, financially I would be better off just being a joiner, but I always want to try and give something back to the sport, and that's what I'm doing, I guess.